Yes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Uh, Good morning, everyone, and welcome to ECoBESC Conference, the Economic, Business, Entrepreneurship, and Sustainability Conference. I present warm greeting from the organizing committee to Rector of Universitas Nahdlatul Ulama Jepara, Professor Dr. Abdul Jamil, Dean of Economy and Business Faculty, Dr. Nur Arifin, and all of Dean in Universitas Islam Nahdlatul Ulama Jepara. Director of Postgraduate Islam, Universitas Islam Nahdlatul Ulama Jepara. All of speaker on international conference, Dr. Aida Nahar, Profesor Dr. Raden Wisnu Nur Cahyo, Associate Profesor Dr. Zailani bin Abdullah, Profesor Dr. Seving Galsesen, and Profesor Dr. Ravender Rena. And also, we proud of international conference participants from different parts of the world. We are very proud to welcome you all today at Universitas Islam Nahdlatul Ulama Jepara. Let me introduce myself first. I'm Muhammad Tajuddin Dios, and you can call me Dios as a master of ceremony on this international conference, ECoBESC 2024. The ECoBESC conference is a testament to our commitment to transformational trends and strategies for sustainable growth. We were excited to bring together experts, scholars, and practitioners, discuss and explore more innovative solutions to sustainable growth strategies. Focus on responsible of technology, promoting inclusive entrepreneurship, and addressing issues such as digital inequality and environmental impact. Today, we will hear a series of informative presentations, engaging panel discussion, and interactive workshop, all focused on digital economy. We were confident that this conference will make collaboration, knowledge sharing, and development of breakthrough ideas. We are grateful for your participation and enthusiasm. We hope this conference will be beneficial and rewarding experience for all participants. This activity was held collaboration between the Universitas Nahdlatul Ulama Jepara with publisher Goodwood and several higher education institutions including Universitas Wahid Hasim Semarang, Sekolah Tinggi Ilmu Ekonomi Semarang, Universitas Tridinanti, and sponsored by AFEPNU. This conference will begin the opening ceremony, the Indonesian National Anthem, a welcome speaker by a Dean of the Faculty Bisnis, Ekonomi Universitas Nahdlatul Ulama Jepara, Dr. Nur Arifin, followed by the keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Haji Abdul Jamil as the Rector of Unisnu Jepara, Speaker 1 by Dr. Aida Nahar, Speaker 2 by Professor Dr. Raden Wisnu Nur Cahyo, and then Speaker 3 by Professor Dr. Zailani bin Abdullah, Speaker 4 by Professor Dr. Seving Galsesen, and Speaker 5 by Professor Dr. Ravender Rena. Will each deliver a presentation. After lunch break, breakout room meetings will be held. Teams will present their work, followed by an assessment and announcement of results. So, we will start our event today with the opening with Basmalah. Let us say together, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. And the next activity is we will sing the Indonesia National Anthem. Please, stand up for all participants. All participants are invited to sit back down. Dear ladies and gentlemen, this is my pleasure to introduce our first speaker on this important occasion. Permit me to give a warm welcome to the Dean of Faculty of Business Economy, Dr. Nur Arifin.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad, amma ba'du. Good morning and best wishes to all of us. The Honorable Rector of Unisnu Jepara, Professor Dr. Haji Abdul Jamil MA, the Honorable of the Speakers, Dr. Aida Nahar from Indonesia, Professor Dr. Ratian Wisnu Cahyo from Indonesia, Associate Professor Dr. Zelani bin Abdullah from Malaysia, also Professor Rafin Rena from Switzerland, and Professor Sevin Gulsesan from Istanbul. All these presenters who join this event online, the student, and all conference participants. First of all, let us express our gratitude to God Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. With His grace and blessing, we can gather at the International Call for Paper Research and Community Service Conference on economic, business, entrepreneurship, and sustainability ECoBESC today. I would like to welcome all speakers, presenters, and participants who have joined this conference, both from Indonesia and abroad. This conference is a very valuable opportunity for all of us. We can share knowledge, ideas, and results in the field of economic, business, entrepreneurship, and sustainability. The theme of our conference this time is digital economy and entrepreneurship, transformative trend and strategies for sustainable growth. I think this theme is very relevant to today's world development, where digital transformation has brought major change in the way we do business and created new, more sustainable opportunities. We hope that this conference can provide new insight and strategies for all of us in facing challenges and taking advantage of opportunities in this digital era. Once again, I would like to thank to Dr. Aida Nahar from FEB Unisnu Jepara Indonesia, Associate Professor Dr. Zelani bin Abdullah, University Malaysia Kelantan, and Professor Dr. Ratian Wisnu Cahyo from Gajah Mada University Yogyakarta, Indonesia, also Professor Ravinder Rena from Monash University, Switzerland, and Professor Sevin Gulsesan from Informatic Department, University of Istanbul. Also, our moderator, Mr. Muharsito from Economic and Business, FEB Unisnu Jepara. Respected all participants, I would like to inform you that there are 67 presenters in this call for paper, 9 of whom are from India. There are 4 co-hosts from STI Semarang, Universitas Tridinanti Palembang, Universitas Wahid Hasim Semarang, and AFEPNU PBNU Indonesia, and special thanks for our sponsor, Goodwood Publisher. Thank you lots. We greatly appreciate your contribution. And finally, I hope that all participants can join this conference with full enthusiasm until end. And this event will run smoothly and provide the greatest benefit for all us. Thank you and have a great conference. I will say you are all great peoples. Allahul muwafiq ila aqwamit. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you for the material, Dr. Nur Arifin. And please, welcome our keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Haji Abdul Jamil. Time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillah, alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa mawalah la hawla wa la quwata illa billah. Amma ba'd. Honorable speaker from Indonesia and foreign countries. Ladies and gentlemen, uh, first I would like to express my thanks to the organizer of this conference, the deans of the Faculty of Economy and Business, for hard efforts preparing this valuable meeting, which participated by experts from various fields of studies, both from overseas countries and as well as from Indonesia. Also, thanks for choosing the challenging topic entitled Digital Economy and Enterprise, Transformative Trends and Strategies for Sustainable Growth, which relevant to development of business today in terms of using digital instrument as inevitable condition in many parts around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, as we know, the digital economy has changed the way in which the world operates and innovates. Here, internet and digital technology have emerged as the primary forces that create new economic opportunity, increase productivity, and promote efficiency in many sectors. We all know that the digital economy conducted predominantly using digital technology, particularly the internet. The digital economy is characterized by utilization of cloud computing, artificial intelligence, big data, uh, blockchain, and the Internet of Things, as well as electronic devices, application, and technological infrastructure. In this case, the digital economy is consisting of three primary components. One is digital infrastructure. This category encompasses hardware and software that facilitate digital activities, including cybersecurity system, cloud servers, internet networks, and technology platform that facilitate digital communication and online enterprise. Two, e-commerce and digital platform. The sector encompasses the exchange of products and services through online platform, including mobile application, social media platform, and marketplaces. This platform is employed by business actors to directly market products or provide services to consumer. Digital technology and innovation, the utilization of emerging technology, including AI, IoT, blockchain, and big data to improve the efficacy, productivity, and innovation of economic interaction and business model. Ladies and gentlemen, along with this phenomena, digital entrepreneurship describes the entrepreneurial endeavors that rely on digital technology as primary foundation for the creation, operation, and development of business. Digital entrepreneurship differentiates itself from traditional entrepreneurship by operating in digital realm. So, in line with this digital economy, as mentioned above, digital entrepreneurship is characterized by following conditions. One is the application of digital technology as primary foundation. Operation of business using technology such as e-commerce, mobile application, social media platform, and digital analytic tools. Global market without borders. Entrepreneur can operate in the global market without the constraint of geography. Even rich consumer worldwide at a significant lower cost. Three, innovation speed. Entrepreneur can rapidly innovate and introduce new products, evaluate the market, and respond to consumer feedback in real time. And four, business model are highly flexible, means that be means can be exceedingly adaptable. For instance, they may be premium, example, Spotify, Zoom, subscription-based, like Netflix or sharing platform like Uber. This model offers consumer a greater variety of options and can adapt to the evolving digital behavior of consumer. And five, inclusion and accessibility. The barrier to entrepreneurship are significantly reduced for many individuals because of digital technology. Almost anyone with an internet connection can become an entrepreneur, create products or services, and sell them globally if they have access to digital platform and a modest capital. Anyway, in the midst of this situation, there is still problem in small and medium enterprises, or usually called UMKM in Indonesian abbreviation. Usaha mikro kecil menengah. Business segment that this campus now engage to promote by establishing Gallery UMKM a few days ago in collaboration with PLN, Persero, Tanjung Jati Bay power plants in the city. Ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to tell about the obstacle. The obstacle that's still faced by small and mediums, including one, not all small and medium enterprise have equal access to digital infrastructure. Two, digital skill deficit. It is crucial to provide skill training to small and medium-sized enterprise as they continue to struggle with the optimal utilization of digital tools. Three, competitive environment. In the digital age, the level of competition is elevated since small and medium-sized enterprise are required to contend with larger corporations that possesses more robust resources. Ladies and gentlemen, based on above consideration, we see situations that bring to digital transformation to create sustainable entrepreneurship. First, the impact of digitalization on the growth of micro, small, and medium enterprises in Indonesia. MES make substantial contribution to national economy, particularly in the areas of job creation and gross domestic product. Nevertheless, numerous micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises are still unable to fully capitalize on digital technology for transformation. And two, challenge of technology access and digital literacy. Despite the ongoing expansion of internet penetration in Indonesia, the digital divide between urban and rural areas continues to pose a substantial obstacle. The adoption of digital technology for business and entrepreneurship are still impeded by limited access to internet in remote areas, especially in our area in Jepara. Yeah, because we have offshore island like Karimun Jawa, maybe there's still limited access to internet access. The application of technology for business innovation. The trend of innovation in digital business model is spreading across a variety of sectors, including manufacturing and services. Companies in Indonesia are being to transition to digital business model to enhance operational efficiency and generate new revenue stream. Next, human resources and digital skill. The Indonesian workforce must possess sufficient digital skill to accelerate digital transformation. So it is imperative that the government and private sector work together to enhance digital literacy, particularly for workers in MSME sectors. Now, let me show the efforts that has been done to respond the challenge above. One, the digital economy in Indonesia has experienced in substantial increase in value from 27 billion US dollar in 2018 to $95 billion in 2033. And two, MSMEs has made relatively consistent contribution to Indonesian GDP, which has remained at approximately 60%. This means that MSME are of significance to national economy despite expansion of the digital sector. This data offer a comprehensive understanding of accelerated growth of digital economy, while MSME continue to serve as the foundation of Indonesian economy. And that is what is the current state of Jepara now, because we are now living in the area in the Jepara city, a city located about 70 kilometers from Semarang, about 500 kilometers from Jakarta, located in the coastal area, very beautiful city, and well known as the city of furniture, city of entrepreneur, and so on. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2022, the Jepara Regency government conducted a study to assess the preparedness of MSME to transition to digital era. The survey was conducted on 400 MSME responded in Jepara Regency, encompassing the following sectors: agriculture, livestock, forestry, and fisheries, processing industry, trade, transportation, and communication, and also private services. MSME in Jepara Regency are currently in the initial readiness stage, that they are still in the planning phase of their transition to digital era. This means aid is required, particularly in the areas of MSME production and service operation, appropriate technology, business management, and governance, MSME product and services innovation, and the development of MSME entrepreneurs' digital technology capability. So next, based on the explanation above, I would like to come to the conclusion. First, the adoption of digital technology by MSMEs facilitates sustainable growth and innovation. In the digital economy era, digitalization is essential for business to become more responsive to market change and accelerate the innovation cycle. And then next, business can achieve sustainable solution by integrating digital strategies with green practices. This is crucial for the green economic growth and the attainment of environmental sustainability. And the next, promoting the utilization of digital entrepreneurship by small and medium-sized enterprise by way of, first, application of e-commerce. SMEs can expand their market, decrease operational expenses, and boost sales by utilizing e-commerce. Then second, social media and digital marketing. Social media and other digital platforms have emerged as an effective strategy for small and medium-sized enterprises to increase brand recognition and promote their product. And next, the integration of fintech technology, financial technology. SMEs can access capital, digital payment, and more efficient financial administration and technology. And next, innovation in business model and products. SMEs can more effectively design products that are more closely aligned with market requirement by gaining a more comprehensive understanding of consumer preferences using of digital technology and data. And next, training and development for digital capacity. This training is designed to improve the capacity of entrepreneurs to leverage digital technology, including data-driven business management and marketing efforts. Small and medium-sized enterprises are encouraged to capitalize the digital entrepreneurship in order to improve efficiency, broaden their market reach, and generate innovative ideas. Small, medium-sized enterprises can engage in a more extensive market by employing digital marketing, digital holistic services, financial technology, and e-commerce platform. And digitalization allows small and medium-sized enterprises to transition from conventional operation to more contemporary ones and establish connection with a broader digital economy, both in local and global market. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, as a rector of this university, I would like to express my special thanks and highly appreciation to our distinguished speakers today. First, Associate Professor Dr. Zailani bin Abdullah. He is Dean of Faculty of Entrepreneurship and Business, University Malaysia, Kelantan. And Professor Dr. Raden Wisnu Nur Cahyo, Professor Department of Veterinary Parasitology, University Gadjah Mada, Yogyakarta. And Ravinder Rena, Professor of Economic, Monarch Business School, Monarch University, Switzerland. And Professor Dr. Zefing Gulsen, Informatic Department, Istanbul University. And last but not least, Dr. Aida Nahar, SA, MSE, Faculty of Economy and Business, University of Nahdlatul Ulama here. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the material, Professor Dr. Haji Abdul Jamil. And now, it's the time we have been waiting for this international conference, which will be presented by all of the speakers. And we will guided by moderator Mr. Muharsito, Master of Science. So please welcome our moderator, join with us, Mr. Muharsito.
Okay, thanks. The Honorable uh, test, yes. The Honorable Rector of Unisnu Jepara, the Honorable Dean of Faculty of Economic and Business, the Honorable speakers, both from Indonesia and abroad, and all of the participants of this conference. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks to the Master of Ceremony who has given me the time to continue this discussion session. And before I start this session, I would like to express my gratitude to uh, Mr. Rector and Dean for the impressive speech. First of all, I would like to thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, Almighty God, that has give us His blessing, so we can attend this forum in a good condition, and not forget to greet salawat to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who uh, bring us the teaching of Islam. Uh, Secondly, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Mudarsito. Will guide you in this discussion session. I am an academic staff of Faculty of Economic and Business in the Department of Management, Universitas Islam Nahdlatul Ulama Jepara. Let us humbly greet to the all of the speaker. Maybe we will say good morning to the speaker of from Indonesia and Malaysia, and maybe good night or dawn for the speaker in Turkey and South Africa. Along with us this morning, there are 5 speakers that ready to convey their speech about the topic of this conference. They Mrs. Aida Nahar and Professor Dr. Raden Wisnu Nur Cahyo, Associate Professor Dr. Zailani bin Abdullah, and the speaker 4 is uh, Professor Gusalan, and the uh, speaker 5 is Professor Dr. Ravender Rena from South Africa. For each of the speaker, we will allocate the time of 20 minutes to convey their material, to bring their speech about their respective topic, and then afterward we will give 10 minutes for the question and answer. Let's go to the first speaker. Already with us, Dr. Aida Nahar from Universitas Islam of Nahdlatul Ulama Jepara, Indonesia. Before Dr. Aida Nahar convey her speech, I would like to read the curriculum vitae of Dr. Aida Nahar. Dr. Aida Nahar, education background, A, for the undergraduate, she was graduated from SDE Widya Wiwaha, Jakarta. And then for the master degree, she obtained from University of Diponegoro, Semarang, as well as for the doctoral degree in the year of 2020. There are many publications of Dr. Aida Nahar. Some of them are indexed in the Scopus publication, such as the publication in the Journal of Opinion, and then in the Journal of International Journal of Supply Chain Management. And in terms of administration position, Dr. Aida Nahar was the former of Vice Rector of Finance and Human Resources of the Universitas Islam Nahdlatul Ulama Jepara. This morning, Dr. Aida Nahar will deliver material with the title of Digitalization and Sustainability in Accounting. Without wasting the time, I would like to invite Dr. Aida Nahar to give her speech. Okay, please, Dr. Aida Nahar, you can join this Zoom.
Okay, Chi, moderator, for giving me the opportunity. I promise share screen. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable Rector Unisnu Jepara, Prof. Dr. Abdul Jamil, MA, Honorable all speakers, and Honorable all committee and all participants in this event. In the theme digital economy and entrepreneurship, transformative trend and strategies for sustainability growth, I will look at the accounting aspect. And my topic is digitalization as sustainability in accounting. And the outline in this discussion consists 5 things, namely, number 1 is evolution in the accounting profession, and digitalization in accounting, and sustainability in accounting, and digitalization role in sustainability accounting, and conclusion. The first I want to discuss an evolution in accounting profession. The evolution of in an accounting profession, significant change occurring in the accounting profession, driven by technological advancement, shifting business landscape, and evolving regulatory requirement. As we all know, the accounting profession has evolved from the manual era to the current era of AI integration. Here some the evaluatory aspect and critical trends. The era of manual and basic record keeping. In the beginning, accounting focused on recording and monitoring cash flows and basic financial statement. The entire process was done manually until the Industrial Revolution and introduced counting machines. And standardization and regulation, entering the 20th century, accounting become more structured by introduce financial reporting standards such as GAAP and IFRS. This changed the accounting profession to be more professional and courses between countries. The use of information technology in the 1970s, technology such as computer and accounting software developed rapidly. This helped process financial data automatically, improve efficiency, and expand the role of accounting towards data analysis. And number 4, digital and data analytics. With the development of big data and data analytics, content are now expected to be able to analyze data on large scale, generate business insight, and assist management in making database decisions. In strategic and consultative roles, today, accountants are not just data recorders, but also strategic advisors who assess organization in risk management, financial planning, and implementing sustainability ESG atau environment social governance strategies. In integrated and of AI and robotic process automation or RPA, artificial intelligence and RPA are being applied to automate routine tasks such as transaction recording, comparative analysis, and financial data checking. This frees up accounting time for value-added tasks. With such evolution, then accounting professional must adapt and develop new skills to remain relevant. How future-proofing accounting profession? Adapting the accounting profession to stay relevant, efficient, and effective amidst technological, economic, and environment shift. What digitalization has in store for accounting work, and namely digitalization and accounting. Number 1, automation of transaction tasks, eliminate repetitive and time-consuming tasks. Human shift of high-value tasks and activities such as advisory, strategic decision-making, and analysis. An accountant needs to develop technical skill and revisit current accounting processes. Learn how to manage the digital tool. And then artificial intelligence atau AI. AI is a machine's ability to perform the cognitive function usually associated with human mind, or AI is the ability of machines to perform cognitive functions that we usually associate with the human mind. When we see a machine that performs human cognitive functions such as reading, inferring, analyzing, and making recommendations, which are usually outside the human mind, it is called an artificial intelligence machine. There are two AI terms that currently exist. Number one, artificial intelligence and predictive AI. Predictive AI advanced algorithms, data mining, and machine to learn to and machine learning to analyze historical data and predict future trends. Predictive AI is AI whose function is to analyze data, and the result of that analysis are used to predict something. So it is predictive only. For example, application and Grammarly, yeah. When reading in English, if there is a wrong grammar or a word that doesn't right, then Grammarly gives recommendation for the correct sentence, because Grammarly can predict if, for example, the word like this, then Grammarly can predict the word in question words and then recommend it in the correct sentence, or by predicting better grammar. Another example, Google Maps. It's also predictive AI. You just tell it where you want to go and where you are now, then AI can predict the best, fastest, or even cheapest route if we have to enter to toll route. For example, in banking, there is fraud detection AI behind. Predictive AI uses unsupervised learning to make prediction based on historical data to provide recommendation, forecasting, and diagnostic. So, predictive AI has been around for a long time. The new AI is generative AI. Generative AI is an AI model that generates content in response to a prompt. AI that can generate something really new that has never existed or original. This application is very broad. If it's predictive AI, the application is very limited. We can't work on it because it's ready in the system. Whereas generative AI, we can use it for many things that are creative, that are structuring something. Some example for generative AI application in marketing and sales. Generative AI can craft personalized marketing, social media, and technical sales content, including text, image, and video. In operation, AI model can generate task lists for efficient execution of specific activity. And IT or engineering, generative AI can write, document, and review code. And risk and legal, AI model can answer complex questions based on vast amount of legal documentation and draft and revenue annual reports. Example, we now ChatGPT, an AI generator, an intelligence that use algorithms that automatically generate new data based on existing data. ChatGPT is an AI that involves machine learning, especially deep learning, to create output that is similar to the given data, such as text, image, sound, or video. Another example, DALL-E, which can generate original image from text description. It creates creative and relevant image given the input. Another example, Jupdeck is an AI application capable of creating music tracks which are unique and royalty free based on the user's preference. Generative AI pretty new contains based on a collection of data or document or text, etc., report production, conversation, finance, chatbot, and virtual assistants. We can utilize generative AI to simulate various scenarios and predict the result. This helps us to make business or personal decisions. AI can help financial analysts assess potential risk and investment. With generative AI, we must be able to read the opportunities and challenges, identify the use of AI, the suite the companies need. Companies utilize AI to build company differentiation and adjusting human resources, organization structure, and capabilities to support the use of AI. And to mitigate risk, the companies should also set rules for the use of AI, which include strengthening cybersecurity aspects, protecting intellectual property, mitigating bias and misuse of AI. With the setting of generative AI, we should not be pessimistic that our profession will be eroded by AI. We can anticipate and even utilize the presence of generative AI for our career and business to grow exponentially. Generative AI use unsupervised learning technique to create new content for art, entertainment, content generation, and data augmentation. Content need to focus on continuous learning in AI and data analytics, embrace technology like AI tools, ensure data quality, and be mindful of ethical AI use. There are top 6 generative AI use cases in accounting: historical data analysis, text preparation assistant, conversational finance, simplified bookkeeping, audit automation, and report preparation. For example, EY is using generative AI to answer complex payroll questions, especially for employees in remote locations. Deloitte DIRT Board virtual assistant for their audit and assurance professional real-time guidance. And then digitalization in accounting, that's data analytics, diving into financial and organizational data to understand trends and patterns to guide clients on strategic decisions, provide a clearer picture of the client's financial health, cost optimization, and new growth opportunities. And then cybersecurity, the importance for protecting sensitive financial data from cyber threats. Example, data encryption, user authentication, secure cloud service, data privacy, etc. We need to be knowledgeable in high secure accounting software, tool, and cloud storage to protect clients' data. And then sustainability and accounting. Okay, first let's discuss the sustainability is treating ourselves and our environment as if we are to live on this earth forever. Sustainability is the balance between the environment, the economy, and ethics. So sustainability is the right thing to do. It's the smart thing to do. It's the profitable thing to do. And in well, note that if sustainability accounting and sustainability, we don't inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children. And now, sustainability accounting. Sustainability accounting involves measuring, analyzing, and reporting a company's social and environmental impact alongside its financial performance. Involve gathering, assessing, and disclosing non-financial data about the company's effect on the environment, society, and economy. Sustainability accounting addresses the three pillars of sustainability, environment, social, and economic, also known as the triple bottom line. The triple bottom line is business concept that states firms should commit to measuring their social and environmental impact in addition to their financial performance rather than solely focusing on generating profit or the standard bottom line. Businesses might evaluate, analyze, and communicate their sustainability performance in an efficient manner by including sustainability content in their financial reporting and decision-making processing. And sustainability accounting process enhance transparency and accountability, support decision-making, measure and monitor sustainability performance, and identify and manage risk, attract investors and stakeholders, and aligns with global sustainability goals. Now, how digitalization role in sustainability accounting. And digitalization role in sustainability accounting were number one, automated data collection and reporting, enhance data accuracy and consistency, improve accessibility and transparency, cost and resource efficiency, enhance decision making, and more proactive in addressing potential issues. From this explanation, we can conclude embrace digitalization and sustainability practices, integrated sustainability metrics, for example, ESG reporting, and continuous learning and professional development, and implement sustainable practices and cross-functional collaboration, and adopting advanced technology. This explanation from me, more and less apologies. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thanks for Dr. Aida Dahar for the impressive presentation about the digitalization in accounting. From that speech, I summarize some important things. First, the evolution of the accounting and the digitalization that use the artificial intelligence, and afterward, the sustainability in the accounting. It is assisted by the role of digitalization to achieve the sustainability in accounting. Uh, Once again, thanks uh, for Dr. Aida Nahar. Unfortunately, in this session, we don't open the session of question and answer because the consideration of time. The time for the first speaker is already a pass. So we go to the second speaker after this that will be delivered by Dr. Professor, I'm sorry, Professor Dr. Wisnu Nur Cahyo, a professor of Faculty of Veterinary Medicine from the Gajah Mada University, Indonesia. Let me read the brief curriculum vitae of Professor Wisnu Nur Cahyo. Firstly, in terms of educational background, Professor Wisnu Nur Cahyo obtained the undergraduate degree from the Universitas Gajah Mada in the year of 1989, and the PhD degree can be obtained from the Freie Universität in Berlin, German, in the year of 1998. Still in the same country but different university, Professor Wisnu Nur Cahyo obtained the pastoral degree at the Humboldt University of Berlin in the year of 2004. In terms of award, there are many awards that has been won by Professor Wisnu Nur Cahyo. For instance, the AD Fellowship Humboldt University Berlin in the 2004, Inolec Lectureship Awards from the Czech Republic of 2015, and then the Best Productive Collaborative Researcher from the Kementerian Ristek Dikti Indonesia in the year of 2018, and the SAME Nusantara program from Kemristek Dikti with the Cirat Montpellier University, France, and University Ligue of Belgium in the 2019. In this session, Professor Wisnu will deliver a material with the title of Digital Economy Transformative Trends from Research to Community Service Program in Higher Education. For the Honorable Professor Wisnu Nur Cahyo, I invite you to join and deliver your material. Thanks.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable Rector of Unisnu Jepara, Rector of STEMA, and also Rector from Unwahas in Semarang. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I would like to thanks to the committee and also for the Rector of Unisnu Jepara that have already invited me to give some maybe share opinion about the importance of digital economy in the relation with community service. So my name is Wisnu Nur Cahyo. According to Indian name, Vishnu is a god. I hope I will give the light for the community service in our area. So I work at University Gajah Mada, but I'm not economician. I'm veterinarian, but I work as in national coordination for community service in Indonesian Ministry of Higher Education, Science and Technology right now. And I would like to give appreciation and higher motivation to Unisnu Jepara as the champion of the community service program in Central Java. Congratulations to Unisnu because has reached many grant from our ministry, especially in community service. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we know, community service may be in the higher education is not so important, but we need deliver always the community service program, from the university to the community, because the mandate of the law number 12 in the year 2012 that we have to conduct Tridharma. Tridharma means we have obligation first to educate our student, and with education paradigm shift, we have to have innovation, in the digital era. Maybe there are many factors as in the picture here, wearable assisted teaching, learning, training, and embrace massive open online course, cultivating innovative talent, and generalize blended learning, and so on. And also in the research, there are many activity that we can support, mainly the significant contribution for national development, and also open innovation for economic development, evolutionary and revolutionary innovation, and also develop new technological advancement for research and development. And in the community service, through the community service, it's better to improve quality of our life. And this program, community service, actually based on the university as a platform, not individual. And also education and research as the foundation of the community services. And as Pak Rector said before, that appropriate digital technology is important for small medium enterprise in our country. And from this community service, we can also link with other international program, mainly with student community service, or we call it KKN. So, ladies and gentlemen, in the past, maybe community service is only small community assistance, no motivation, society as an object, and also the program is only counseling, training, physical development, and the funding is very limited, no investment fund, just like give some fund to the community, and also small incentive, just about the obligation as a lecturer. and also lack of the appreciation from our government also. But in the right now, community as a partner of development. That's why if you remember that our program in the national program based on the partnership program. Yeah. So we hope that this community service program is a long-term investment funding, and also sustainable synergy program and combination with other strategic innovation. For the lecture, of course, this from this community service, we have many opportunity publication. Yeah, also we can also have incentive from the publication, and also have the opportunity partners to investment, collaborate with CSR, CSR. In the future, we hope that the community service can support the development independent nations, and also dissemination through the research result, right? This activity today seminar, international seminar at Unisnu, and also synergize with other Tridharma, and we do implementation through the activities in the field. So, and of course, we can develop cooperation with national opportunity. So actually, there are 4 pillars of change. As a country try to escaping from middle income economic trap, yeah, we have to have innovation driven economy. Also the boosting innovation and university as an agent of economic development, and also the university or lecture can also publish more international publication and contribute the development of science and technology. So in the world, if we take a look here at the picture, currently various kind of human need implemented sport, internet, and digital work as a vehicle for interaction and transaction. We know we have many platforms for sharing economy, e-education, e-government, cloud collaborative, marketplace, and also important during the COVID era is online health service, smart manufacturing, smart city, and smart appliance. So if we take a look the global digital headline now, in 2024, the total population 8 billion, yeah, and 8 billion also use the cellular mobile connection, yeah, and also individual using the internet. So, and also if we take a look in the Indonesian situation, 278 million the population, and using a cellular mobile connection 353 million. It means some people using 1 or 2 or 3 mobile connection, and also individual using internet 185 million. So this is only the data from the internet, and the main reason for the using the internet, interesting here, the most people have to finding information, and then follow the staying in touch with friends and family, finding the new ideas or inspiration, yeah, like many lecture, looking at the internet, what's going on to searching something in the Google, yeah. And what interesting here is researching how to do things, yeah, 48%, and researching product and brands, yeah, It's interesting. Yeah. And so, and the website here, from the website, the most many people looking for the Google.com, followed by YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and so on. It's interesting. And also the marketplace, yeah, like Tokopedia, or also for the amusement like Hotstar, TikTok, yeah, and so on. Yeah. So it means that now society 5.0 can be defined as society of intelligence, in which physical space and cyberspace are strongly integrated. So they need to be adaptability, agility, mobility, and also reactivity. So this is the principle in society 5.0. And this is the situation, current information, yeah, in the society 5.0. Yeah. And if we take a look in the sample and the picture about the situation, modern agriculture application, digital application, yeah, from farm office manage all of the activity in the village, yeah, in the farm, yeah, grain drying, monitoring, control, crop care, nutrient application, using mobile phone can control crop harvesting, and also get decision support for the dealer service providers, and also in the field, yeah, tillage, violet preparation, and also planting. In our society, we see many activity on the street. Yeah. Right now, I'm in Banda Aceh in Aceh, because my activity in Ministry of Education and Culture. Uh, Many people sits in the traditional shop, but also many people also stay in the co-working space, yeah, because they need the wireless, yeah, they need Wi-Fi, strong Wi-Fi, and cafe to get the inspiration. And also from the traditional restaurant now move to the modern restaurant, modern lifestyle using GoFood and so on. Only choose in the smartphone and come the food. Traditional shop in the market now is moved to the online shop. So more than 30 million of the in Indonesian small medium enterprise have used digital platform. Yeah, projection in 2024. So it's interesting. Yeah, time for time. As higher education, so in the university we have many problems, yeah, to develop this activity, mainly in the faculty, research 4.0, partnership 4.0, management 4.0 for the infrastructure and also education. So we have to have a paradigm shift in the higher education from old paradigm to new paradigm. Yeah. For instance, mass production, innovation-based technology, course-based move to research-based innovation, and class teaching, IT-based education. So we can now give lecture through the Zoom online platform. So we have in the higher education, we have to develop strategy how to we respond 4.0 and 5.0, such as digital apprenticeship, distance learning, IT infrastructure, lifelong learning, global network for academic research and innovation, Internet of Things, big data, intelligence machine, character building 4.0, teaching industry, and alignment to industry and public needs. So we need adaptive environment in the campus, to develop the smart campus. Back to the community service, we have 3 programs in our Ministry Education and Culture in Indonesia, grant schema for community service. First is basic community empowerment program, or we call it PKM. And the second one is entrepreneurship community empowerment program, based on the entrepreneurship, student entrepreneurship program. And the third is regional community empowerment program, like village empowerment program, regional empowerment program. So we were waiting for the proposal from our lecture in the hall in Indonesia. We will open at December for the budget 2025. And what is the research and community service themes and priorities? We have 9 themes and 5 priorities. The first is green economy, and then blue economy, digital economy, tourism, and health independence. So digital economy means we won the proposal from the lecture about the development, the game animation industry, and also mainly the digital technology creation and services for small medium enterprise, or micro small medium enterprises. So this is the stage in the community services. We have to summarize that this based on the situation, analyze and the problem, and then coming up to the solution, implementation, appropriate technology, and then technology and training, and also mentoring, preparation of the guidelines, and then evaluation and how we develop the sustainability. Here is the theoretical framework, community services, that we need appropriate technology to leverage from the community into the community development, and then after that, community empowerment. And we hope that this program is always sustainable in the future, from the beginning until at the program, together with other program, program education, research program, and combined with community program. And we have also remember that we have the culture dilemma. The first, the higher education, the researcher, the lecturer thinks only the essence of the knowledge for knowledge. So thinking about the teaching, research, maybe service, economic development. So something easy become complete, to become very complicated. But in the other phase from industry, they have already sensation how to get profit, how to get product, research and development. So how to simplify the process in order to give the profit for the industry. So it means that we have to combine the need from the research and the need from the industry. So this is about the report, the trend from our ministry for the community service, mainly for the basic community, PKM, 75%, and then followed by village empowerment program, 10%, and then for basic community program, 6%, and then followed by local product, community program, and then community-based student activity, or KKN, 3%, and 1% is regional empowerment programs, only 1%. So based on the focus, if we take a look here, digital economy, only 9%, 9% from the whole proposal. And then followed by green economy, and then the food, and then also social humaniora, like also education and also culture. So it's mean that we need to improve the thema in the digital economy because it's very important, and now it's no not so many proposal. So this is the distribution in the whole of Indonesia, from Sumatra, Kalimantan, Java, Sulawesi. If we take a look here in Central Java, 94% from the whole district, in Central Java has fulfilled by activity of the community service from the Unicity. So this is quite interesting. And also for the small medium enterprise, we have to thinking about the managerial aspect, capital aspect, partnership program, center of development, and also society coaching. So the many problem we have problem with to develop the local product development, lack of promotion, no business network, lack of human resource, lack of capital, low appropriate technology, and weak institutional, and also unstable regulation and macroeconomic. So, and this give low competitiveness and also low in marketing. So, and the result is low in local product growth. So how the strategy is we have to give institutional support, human resource, capital support, appropriate technology support, network enhancement, promotion, conducive business, all of the support to the competitiveness increases, business and market increases, and at the end we get the employment increase, income increase, poverty reduction, and welfare increase. So, but sometimes we have a problem also because there are many similar programs. The program from central government, program from local government, program from higher education, from GSR, from NGO, and also not maximal this program. Sometimes no direction, unstable, overlap, recycling program, and also sectoral itu. And this program also temporary program sometimes, based on the project. So need social assistance, party request, like now regional party, national in government party election, sometimes is more important party than community program. And sometimes also ceremonial program. So this make ineffective program in community services. So how is implementation in the higher education concept with local government? We need assessment, fulfill interaction, technology dissemination, and how the downstreaming of sustainable technology. So we have to collaborate all of government, central government, also local government, and also with community. So we need also the technology from university to transfer to the community, and community have to ready how to utilize the technology. Sometimes problem, sometimes also fail. But we have to evaluate together. This is the 5 model of synergy collaboration between university, government, industry, association, and also community. Based on the experience during the COVID era, we have digital and less contact economy, like human connectivity with with Internet of Things, yeah, and for instance, online shopping, digital payment, teleworking, telemedicine, tele-education, teletraining, online entertainment, digital supply chain, 3D printing, robot, drone, and 5G technology. This is important sector in digital era. So, and we hope that small medium enterprise and the digital era, yeah, we need to make a strong leadership, skill management, technology application, product and innovation, marketing, capital, accounting, yeah, through the business opportunity 4.5.0 and fintech, cloud hosting, online business, and on-demand services. This is the example that 2 years ago during COVID, program information system architecture proposed by University of Diponegoro and Semarang, Central Java, how connectivity between one small medium enterprise with other, they support the online database, internet networking, also give the web server. Other examples, improvement, development of management of women-based motorcycle taxis, in Lampung, South Sumatra, from University Muhammadiyah Lampung, they propose model like Gojek, like Uber, but special for women driver. So they give server provision, application, and then give more driver, because more trust from the women to the driver, more professional to have the service, income increase for the customer, and many things that get the important from this. And this is a model community empowerment by integrating Internet of Things based communal method for household waste management solution. So in Yogyakarta, so from the waste from the household and then collective and the regional, and then monitor by computer and Internet of Things. And also interconnecting tourism village, environmentally minded village, micro, small, medium enterprise through institutional strengthening and digital branding towards cultural independent village. This is also in Yogyakarta, the program. Identify the potential tourism, creation of social media account, creation of cultural village application, revitalization of tourism village website, and develop the promotion film. Many programs, like in West Kalimantan, empowerment women fishermen by using digital marketing. And production various process karika papaya based on marketplace. And digital marketing and student entrepreneurship from dairy-based process product. And also development tiwul. Tiwul is a local and traditional food, in Central Java. And also in Bali, one village, one product based on salak fruit in East Bali, combined with marketplace and digital marketing, e-commerce, and so on. And also appropriate technology for fruit juice production in South Sulawesi. So we're coming to the conclusion. Community service must be able to adjust the technology and development of science. And second, application of appropriate technology and also digital technology is needed in the community service and higher education to accelerate the community empowerment. Higher education need to explore local products that have social and geographical impact. It is necessary to develop innovation and creativity from leading centers through assistance from higher education. Synergy between small medium enterprise and universities in increasing production and productivity. And finally, higher education must be prepare future societies to understand digital literacy, data literacy, and social literacy. Thank you very much for your attention. And billahi taufik walhidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yeah, Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks to Professor Wisnu Nur Cahyo. From what he explained, we can note several things like community service in the past and current, also the expectation for the future community service, the society of 5.0 requirement, digital platform for SME, shift paradigm in higher education, and the condition of community service program at the moment. Uh, After this, we will open the question and answer forum. Because of the time, maybe I just allocate one or two question. Please, if participant have question to be proposed to Professor Wisnu, you can use the Zoom or you can type in the chat in the Zoom. Don't worry if you can uh, deliver your question in English, you can convey it in Indonesia. I will translate it. Oh, I think Prof. Vishnu already know if the question is in Indonesia. Please, if there is a question, maybe one or two question briefly. Yeah, we still wait. Maybe from our student or other participant from other universities. We welcome you to propose a question. It's a very interesting topic about the community empowerment and uh, delivered by Prof. Vishnu, which can represent the Kementerian Ristek Dikti, not just the academician from UKM, but it's related with the policy of Kemristek Dikti.
I think no question, Pak Moderator. I will come to Jepara and explain, especially for Unisnu next time.
Yeah, we
Clearly,
hope so.
yes, because Jepara is number one in Central Java for community service program. I think it's very,
Oh,
very, very important city. Yeah. Thank
okay.
you very much. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Prof. Vishnu. So, this is the session with Prof. Vishnu from University Gajah Mada. Once again, thanks, Prof. Vishnu Nur Cahyo for the magnificent speech. And before continue to the next session, we will see some advertisement maybe from our university.
Three, two, one, go!
Okay, still with us in ECoBESC seminar, yeah, with the theme of digitalization, entrepreneurship, and sustainability. We go to the next session. The next speaker, let me introduce. The next speaker would be Associate Professor Dr. Zailani bin Abdullah. He is currently the Dean of Faculty of Entrepreneurship and Business at the University of Malaysia, Kelantan. Uh, uh, Firstly, related with the educational background, Associate Professor Zalini bin Abdullah hold the bachelor degree in Information Technology from the University of Utara, Malaysia. Afterward, he obtained the Master of Science in E-commerce from University of Malaysia, Terengganu, and lastly, a degree in a doctoral in Information Technology from the University of Tun Hussein on Malaysia. The research interest of uh, Associate Professor Zailani bin Abdullah are in the data mining, cyber entrepreneurship, e-commerce, information system, and related with the activity of reviewing or evaluator. He reviewed 26 of articles in the Scopus Index journal and also 9 manuscript and book related with the writing of article. Prof. Zailani bin Abdullah has approximately 70 publications and uh, got 10 in a H index on Scopus. Yeah, that's a brief curriculum vitae of Professor Zailani bin Abdullah. And in this occasion, Professor Zailani bin Abdullah will uh, deliver an article, a paper with the title of Managing Big Data for Sustainable Growth in Digital Economy and Entrepreneurship. Okay, we invite Professor Zailani Abdullah to join us here and start his speech, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks to Mr. Moderator, the Honorable Rectors of University Islam Nahdlatul Ulama Jepara, the Dean of Faculty, FAB, all the honorable speakers, committees, student participants of this conference. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude, proud for giving me an opportunity to share a little bit about my knowledge about the big data. I'm going to share the slide. Okay, my topic that I'm going to share today is about how we're going to managing the big data for sustainable growth in digital economy and entrepreneurship. I believe that this title is very related to the theme of this conference, which is digital economy and entrepreneurship, transformative trends and strategies for sustainable growth. Right now, as mentioned by the moderator, I'm Dean of Faculty of Entrepreneurship and Business in University of Malaysia, Kelantan. My background is a little bit different with other deans of the Faculty of Economy and Business in Malaysia. I would say that in Malaysia, because my background from start my degree or S1 until PhD is more in the information technology. And at the PhD level, my focus of my study is more on the data mining at that time. So I believe that based on the knowledge that I gained from the past research and also my academic background, I'm going to share a little bit how we are going to relate the big data to the digital economy and entrepreneurship. This is the key impacts of the big data. The big data actually is not something new in nowadays. It begins, if you still remember that in 2016, due to the we call IR 4.0, Industrial Revolution 4.0, and one of the main component they are talking about the data analytics. So this is the reason why the big data is something that we need to pay extra attention, and how we are going to relate with our digital economy and entrepreneurship. So there are a few issues why we have to uh, look seriously about the big data. Number one, in terms of what we call the exponential data growth. Nowadays, everybody know about and use the social media, and all our transaction majority or mainly in the online. We are using the Bukalapak, for example, Shopee, Lazada, and many more. So this data is a lot actually. And then it's not only about the social media, the Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and many more. But also every aspect of our life is now digitized. We are uh, whether we alert or not, we are record every second to the database. So number two is because of the what we call data democratization. The data is not belong to the large corporation. It's no longer confined to the large corporation. Due to the recent the latest technology, there are a lot of so-called open source tool, and the cloud computing is anywhere. If you are using the Gmail, for example, then now we are part of the cloud computing. Therefore, the individuals and also the small business, they can easily access and analyze the data. There are some things that are good about the big data. How are we going to take advantage, benefit from the big data? So there are also what we call the opportunity, and the challenge is still there. There are a lot of the possibility by using the big data, because it will unlocking the new insight. You are going to have to obtain new information, new knowledge, and definitely it will improve the efficiency of your business. So there are four items that we need, a component that which is related to the big data. We are talking about the we need to start from the bottom, number four. We're talking about the data integration. The beauty about the big data, it is not process, extract, and do some manipulation from the internal system or internal database from the company or from the institution, but they are going to crawl the information from external. Therefore, one of the challenge is they are going to combine the data from multiple source of a unified view. So we will have a lot of data, and then based on the data, we need to process and give some suggestion. And number two, we call a data collection. We need to perform the data integration due to the multiple sources. The next level is we're talking about the data collection from the multiple sources. Once we gather the data, we need to do what we call in computer, we call a data cleaning, because the data could be biased. There are a lot of fake information, fake data over there. The data is not accurate or insufficient, and many more. So therefore, we need to do some cleaning and preparing for data for the further analysis. We cannot just take the data, extract the data from internal and external source. Then finally, give some result for you, give some report for you. Definitely, we need to do some pre-processing. We need to clean up the data. We need to do some massage and so on before we can go further or give to do the analysis. And number two is we're talking about the data visualization. Once you get the data, it is not nice to present in terms of the facts, the numbers and so on. We are going to convert into the more presentable, more easy. Therefore, we call a data visualization. We are talking right now more on the infographics. Therefore, we now, once we settle down part of the data collection, we need to create very insightful data stories, more presentable, more infographic and so on, because it will assist us in making a decision. They are not going to make a decision to replace a human, but it will provide some ideas, some suggestion. They will rank. This is the part of the solution based on the problems. So as a human, you have to choose to what is the best solution based on some knowledge behind you, which is cannot be captured by the big data. So this is something different. That's why the human intervention is still important to make a decision. And the number one is the beauty about the big data. They are talking about the advanced analytics. There are a few that can do some what we call a predictive modeling. So this part, I believe, has been touched by Prof. Aina. And then also we are talking about the machine learning and also the artificial intelligence. So this is some opportunity and a challenge. We are going to take advantage of leveraging the big data. The digital economy. Digital economy, I believe, in Malaysia and also in Indonesia is not something new. In Malaysia, by 2030, the government plan to become a hub of digital economy in Asia. But Indonesia, I also discovered that you are going to move to the digital economy in 2025. So what I'm trying to emphasize and share here that the terms of digital economy for our countries in Malaysia and Indonesia and other parts of the country is not something new. But the idea behind of the digital economy, it will what we call redefining the business model and the consumer behavior. This is something that we need to look into. Basically, the digital economy enable to allow the business, the institution to connect with the customer directly. For example, our university direct to student, for example. And also, we will eliminate intermediaries. There's no third party sitting in between as a mediator and so on. And therefore, it will create a new revenue stream, which is something that beyond our expectation. Therefore, the digital economy actually will give a customer more power in terms of accessing the information. And they can make a comparison to buy the goods and services through the online platform, e-commerce platform. And last but not least, they're talking about the personalized experience. It will provide a new experience for them. They will, based on their preference and so on, the suggestion or recommendation from the system is basically based on their interest. So therefore, this digital economy actually will trigger to increase the competition, and also the customer satisfaction become something very crucial or important for the company. The customer is number one. And then we're now move to the next slide. We're talking about the entrepreneurship in digital age. How we're going to take the benefit of the big data to be more competitive. So number one, in terms of the data-driven insight, the data analytic actually will provide you about the and be able for the organization, the company, especially to understand the customer preferences, their interests, and so on. We have some algorithm basically to capture. We know that this type of customer prefer to look or spend their money to buy this product or services. So the company, the algorithm has that capability. And also any decision, we are talking about the current market trend. They know what is going on based on the current sales or current issues, and also the competitor strategy. These three components, basically the customer preferences, market trend, and competitor strategy, is very important to make sure that our company, our organization can compete or can sustain for the future. Otherwise, if you have no idea about what are the customer prefer to buy in terms of product and services, what are the current market trends, you have no idea at all, and the competitor strategies, you have no idea, so how are you going to survive? And this kind of information is a lot actually, and we need to have a right tool to do some analysis on behalf of human brain. And number two, innovation and efficiency. The big data will empower and innovate in terms of the company to produce a new product or services. For example, in university, what program that we believe that is more suitable, more current, or more relevant we're going to offer to our students. This is the role of the big data. And what is important is it will tailor to the specific customer needs. We know this is a current demand. And the last about the targeted marketing. We will be able, we what we call a personalized marketing campaign. We do a marketing to the right person, to the right people, based on their specific customer demographic. So we can save in terms of money to invest using the digital advertisement, for example. But we know this is the most relevant customer that we need to getting close to them and offer our product or services. So this is what we call a digital divide, the key statistic. Digital divide in general, there are a lot of definition, very specific, very broad, but here I'm going to use a very general definition, which is we are going to the gap in access in terms of the ICT between different socio-economic groups. So different group, they have a different idea, different access in terms of the ICT. So this gap can what we call exacerbate the inequalities. It will increase the inequalities in terms of the education, employee, and healthcare. This is a very important component, and I believe all the government will pay serious attention when we touch about the education, employment, and also the healthcare. If you look into the region and the internet penetration in North America, it's reached 90%. But if you look at the Africa, it's only 45%, and for the Asia, only 55%. So this statistic will give some broad idea the internet penetration and the digital divide occur around the world. Therefore, it is very crucial. We need to build a bridge and bridge the digital divide to ensure or for what we call inclusive growth. Okay, safeguarding privacy and data security in the big data area. Yeah? If you're talking about the big data, and then one of the main concerns for the customer, for the organization, the company, institution, and so on, they are really concerned about the privacy and data security. So is it safe to use the big data? What about in terms of the privacy and the security? How are we going to tackle this issue? So therefore, talking about the big data, there are a few things that they already take into consideration, which is talking about the data encryption, data minimization, access control, and the privacy policy. what is the data encryption is all about? We are talking about how we are going to encrypt the data at rest and in transit in essential to protect sensitive information from the unauthorized access. We are going to encrypt the data, whether the data is not moved anywhere, and also during the transmission of the data. So we are going to do some what we call a data encryption to ensure that the sensitive information is still protected. So nobody can access and can do some modification. And number two, in terms of the access control, the implementation of the robust access control to limit data access to authorized individual. We are not going to give all the data. The data will be given only requested. What type of data? That's the only data will be given to the user. And then we are going to have what we call to prevent misuse and the breaches. So this is a very crucial part. We're talking about the big data. And then data minimization. We are only collect and store the minimum amount of data necessary only for the specific purposes. And then therefore we can avoid or minimize the risk of the data breach because we only focus or interested to keep the data that we believe is very useful for us. The rest we are not interested at all because there has no meaning. And last but not least, we're talking about the privacy policy. So therefore, we need to have a very clear communicate in terms of data collection practices. Company A want to collect the data from the company B. The company B is a competitor for the company A. How are we going to deal with that situation? And user right. Some data we have right not to share with them. And then the security measure, how we're going to measure the security level in ensuring what we call a transparent privacy policy to all parties involved. Ethical consideration and big data analytics and entrepreneurship. As mentioned in the previous slide, we are talking about the opportunity and the challenge about the big data. Therefore, we need to consider the issue in terms of the privacy, the fairness, and the transparency. The entrepreneur use the big data must ensure they are very responsible in terms of the data collection, in terms of the usage, in terms of disposal or to delete the data. So the balanced innovation in terms of the ethical principle right now is very crucial. Therefore, building the trust in the data-driven business require open communication, very transparent. Clear policy must be in place and responsible data practices for all parties involved. Now we look into the profitability versus the sustainability. We need to have a balanced act. Business must prioritize both financial gain and also the long-term environmental well-being. So we have to make sure this is balanced. And then number two, in terms of the sustainable practices, how we are going to implement what we call an eco-friendly solution. We're talking about to reduce waste, to conserve resources, to minimize the carbon footprint. So this is three issues that we have to tackle nicely and put some extra attention. And number three, in terms of ethical supply chain, how we are going to ensure ethical sourcing in terms of the data and manufacturing process in order to minimize the environmental harm throughout the supply chain. So we have to make these things balanced as well. Last but not least, we're talking about the share value. Business can create share value via addressing social and environmental challenges, while in the same time, it also can generate profit. So therefore, this issue must be in place. We are talking about the profit, but we need to consider the sustainability as well. Okay, the case study, how big data is revolutionizing the renewable energy sector. So big data basically will help the renewable energy to optimize the operation and improve efficiency. So they will collect all the data from the various sources, from the weather pattern, for example, solar, irradiance, and also wind speed to predict the energy production and manage the energy store. And then by analyzing this data, the company can make a correct decision where to build a new renewable energy project, how they are going to maintain the current existing infrastructure, and how they are going to sell energy more effectively. It's no point to keep all the power, electric power, but nobody want to have it. It's not suitable. So we have to consider all these factors. Therefore, the big data is playing a very important role when talking about the renewable energy sector. And number two, in terms of the future, what the trend, we are talking about the artificial intelligence, we're talking about the automation, we're talking about the upscaling. So right now, the automation, whether you like it or not, will replace, the machine will replace the repetitive task. The human are no longer relevant for this case. And then AI integration. So AI will help basically to enhance your decision making and the problem solving. It will list down by using the artificial intelligence. Everybody know about the ChatGPT, for example. So it will give some recommendation for you. So you as a human need to decide what is the best. And therefore, what is the role of human? We are talking about the upscaling. So the employee, the people need to adapt to the technology and skill to make us higher level than the machine. So we are not going to how we are going to use the right algorithm, the right technique, and so on. Whether you like it or not, the future is shaped by the automation and also artificial intelligence. It will transforming the job landscape. There's no longer the humans will be replaced sooner or later by the machine. Therefore, we require new graduate from the university, for example, to have something different. They must be enabled to adapt and upscale. The company therefore need to take responsibility to invest to their employee in terms of rescaling and do some more upscaling program to ensure the people and to change for the changing demand for the digital economy. Now we are going to discuss about the developing a data-driven organizational structure. If you want to talk about this, there are 4 issues that we have to consider. Number one, in terms of data literacy, data sharing, data-driven decision making, and also data visualization. What is a data literacy? We are going to foster a culture. How we're going to make sure to persuade the people love and understood and apply, not just collect the data. We need to use the data. How you're going to use, not to keep the data, to save the data forever, but you need to know how to do some analysis. And data-driven decision making. The decision must be based on the fact and figure. The engine behind us is talking about the big data. So it will give some suggestion because our knowledge, our brain is very limited to do some analysis. Therefore, the data, big data in this case will help us to give some suggestion and to support the strategic decision. And data sharing right now, as I mentioned, the company A and company B, both of the company is competitor each other, the same business, for example. How are they going to share? Therefore, data sharing principle is crucial. We are going to break the silos, working alone, and also promote the data sharing in terms of the teams, in terms of department, in terms of organization. And last but not least, we have to discuss about the data visualization. Data in terms of the number is very difficult. Nobody like to see in numbers. Therefore, we need to present in more presentable, more infographic and so on. We need to use what we call a dashboard and visual to make the complex data accessible and engaging. It's easy for you to understand. Now we go to the upscaling the workforce for the digital economy. How going to empower, basically, give more skill, upskill your staff, your employee. So in terms of digital literacy, so this is what we call a foundational digital skill, including the basic computer operation, how to use a computer, and then web navigation, and then online communication. So this is what we call very basic. And number 2, we go to the second level, which is we call a data analysis. This data analysis, including the data visualization, and then we need to know about the statistical analysis and also the machine learning. Number three, programming skilling. So there are a lot of big data related to the big data programming skilling, programming language like a Python, Java, or R to create application, do some analysis, and automate tasks. And last but not least, we call a soft skill. Critical thinking, communication, teamwork, problem solving are essential in ensuring the digital economy. These four components, digital literacy, data analysis, programming skill, and soft skill is very crucial to support the digital economy. And role of the policymakers and the regulators in the digital transformation. We're talking about the data privacy and security. The policymaker, the government, for example, or the government agency must create and enforce the regulation that protect user privacy and also data security in data economy, in digital economy, to make sure that when we participate in digital economy, all this issue has been taken care by the government. And number two is promoting innovation. The policymaker must strike a balance. How we're going to make some fair and balance between the regulation and innovation to encourage growth in the digital economy. And last but not least is collaboration and transparency. The collaboration between the policymaker, the government agency, the industry leader, the civil society is very crucial in ensuring the sustainable digital future. This is collaboration step. Number one, we are talking about the open innovation, mentoring and networking. And number three is the share platform. In terms of open innovation, we can leverage the startup agility and academic research to accelerate innovation. This is the role of the university, the researchers in the universities. Number two, mentoring and networking. We're talking about cooperation. The organization must provide guidance and resources to start, while academic can offer expertise and research. We have a brain, we have knowledge, we do a lot of research, but we need a industry, for example, to support us so that we can give more impactful research or idea to go for the digital economy. And share platform. The collaborative platform will foster the knowledge sharing, the project collaboration, and resource pooling. How we are going to demystifying the big data, empowering the entrepreneur with the data literacy. Okay, breaking down the barrier. Big data can feel overwhelming, but data literacy empower entrepreneurs to access and interpret data and unlocking the valuable insight. And then we need to understand the data sources, data analysis method, potential buyers that will help the entrepreneur to make informed decision and navigate the complexity. How they're going to deal with a very complexity issue. So this will help them. And unlocking the business potential, the data literacy definitely will help entrepreneur to identify what are the new opportunity, how to optimize their business process, and how to develop data-driven strategy for the growth in terms of to invest new product or services. So basically, we expect that the entrepreneur can gain and able to track performance. What are the current performance? They will be able to predict the trend and also personalize customer experience and make data-informed decision. Whatever decision they make, there must be a support behind in terms of fact and figure. Building a resilient big data ecosystem. Lesson from the successful entrepreneur. The entrepreneur are the key to building resilience big data ecosystem. Yeah? They can bring innovation, idea, and solution, and many more. So entrepreneurship drive the growth and innovation for all countries around the world. Therefore, the successful entrepreneur often faces a challenge. Therefore, they need to learn. So we have to, how we're going to persuade them? They need to learn and adapt to build the sustainable venture. Their experience offer valuable insight for establishing a resilient big data ecosystem. What this slide are going to say that the participation from the entrepreneur to go for the big data to support to at the end to drive for the digital economy is very crucial. Navigating the regulatory landscape complies the government in terms of the data. We need to have a data protection law regulation like GDPR, CCPA protect individual privacy, and also transparent and accountability. The organization must transparent about the data collection and use, and then compliant and enforcement. The company, the organization must adhere to the regulation, they must comply the regulation and face the consequences for the violation. Last but not least, the data security standard. So the protecting data is very crucial to make sure the people that are using this big data feel very comfortable. There's no issue of the data breach. Unlocking the potential of the big data in sustainable development. So big data is undeniable, can transform the sustainable development, providing drive the positive change across various sectors in economy, in agriculture, in many more. And then this includes the efficient because it will support in terms of the resource management. It will reduce the waste and also to promote renewable energy adoption. And last but not least, by analyzing the large data set, can give a new idea, new information, how to optimize the existing or the current processes, how to mitigate, overcome the issue of environmental impact, and how to promote the social equity. So this is a social impact of the big data. We are going to empowering the communities by underserved community and tailor resources to meet the specific need of that society. The big data will also reduce the bias by uncover and address bias in policy and system, because sometimes our humans are not able to look into this matter and promote the fairness and equity, definitely. And improve the access. Big data also will help in terms of enable more equitable access to essential service like healthcare, education, and financial resources. And last but not least, promoting the inclusion can help to create more inclusive environment and opportunity for everyone. This is a future trend in big data. We're talking about the AI advancement using this is central role, power of sophisticated energy and automation, edge computing, data decomputerization, and also the sustainability focus. This is the driving innovation through the data-driven decision making. We have informed insight, targeted strategies, continuous optimization, and competitive advantage. This is empowerment. How we are going to empower the marginalized community in the digital economy. First, we need to have bridging the digital divide by digital literacy program and access to technology. We provide the entrepreneurial opportunity, give a platform to especially for the marginalized community to start the business. Upscaling and rescaling can equip the marginalized community and also the financial inclusion. We provide the digital financial service that can provide access to them. And this is something about the blockchain, the distributed ledger technology to the big data ecosystem. This is the big data analytics and the fight against the climate change. The responsible AI, how we're going to mitigate and promote the transparency, talent acquisition, attention of the big data-driven workforce in terms of the how we're going to reduce, we call skill gaps, how to attract more talent, but definitely we have to offer the best salary. And then also we have to look into the retention strategy. This is cybersecurity issue, data breach inside the distributed data system and data regulation. Okay, this is all how to fostering the entrepreneur mindset in digital economy. We're talking about the collaboration, creativity, problem solving. This is a personalized and adaptive customer experience. I'm going to skip this slide. Okay, intersection, ethical mindset. Okay. Okay, this is a preparing future leader for the data-driven digital economy. This is my last slide. So in terms of the digital literacy, the future workforce need to data fluency. They are well versed about the data, not just do a coding. We need to know how to interpret data. And number two, to assist us in making a decision. Number two, ethical consideration. We need to have a very strong understanding of the ethical data practices. This is very important to, especially we're talking about the bias in data analysis, adaptive thinking. We are talking about the embracing the new tools and tackling the emergence of the challenge, collaboration and the communication. Strong communication skills are required to building the consensus and leading the cross-functional teams. So I think, moderator, that's all from me. I'm so sorry because I'm take longer than the allocated time for me. Back to the moderator.
Okay, thanks to Professor Zailani for the amazing presentation. And because of that, we can see that in the chat Zoom, we can see many questions related with the big data and its application in a business. There are 6 questions in the chat Zoom. Maybe we can answer one by one. I already summarized. There are 2 questions about the uh, limited budget in application of big data, and then 2 question about the how to effectively utilize big data. One question about the personalizing product, and one question about the improve decision making. Okay, thanks for all of the asker, Marhamah, Nahari Homsyatun, Sela Eka, uh, Miftahus, and Isna, and Dwi Elvia Novita. Please, Dr. Zailani, to answer those questions briefly.
Okay, for the first question, what are the challenges entrepreneurs face in applying big data to their business strategy? Right now, not all entrepreneurs are well versed in terms of technology. They are very good in terms of using the handphone. Even our kids, 2 or 3 years, they are very they know how to use this device, this tool. But in terms of entrepreneur, we're talking about the big data. It is not about the system alone. There are investment must be there. The government support must be there. They must work very close to the government. For example, in Malaysia, we have a Malaysian Development Corporation. They provide all the incentive, the advice in terms of grant and so on to support the entrepreneur to participate in digitalization. Therefore, for the first question, they need to work close to the government agency to go for the big data. Okay, number 2, what are the skill and competency required by entrepreneur in digital age to utilize big data effectively? As I mentioned earlier, sometimes the entrepreneur, it's not necessary them to be a very good in IT, but they need to know how to use the people. They need to use the employee. But as mentioned, I have in my slide stated in terms of if you want to hire the professional in the big data, it's quite expensive. Therefore, so my recommendation that they need to work with the organization that provide the big data solution, and they can offer them as a test bed. They can do some experiment based on data. So this is win-win situation. You need to provide your data. You can share your data, the real data, and their big data company or the development of the big data application, they can use the big data to do some analysis and do some prediction and look into whether their prediction is correct or not. Okay, number 3, how big data can help in personalizing product and services to improve customer experience. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, when your Facebook, you write down your information over there, your interests and so on, for example. And also, they also can, the big data also can capture your surfing style. You regularly go to this website, for example, you are regularly buy this product and so on. This is what we call a personalized product. So by using the big data, it will list down this category of customer is preferred to this kind of product. If you don't have this product, it's no point for you to do a marketing for the product they are not interested to buy or look into. This is the reason why the big data will help. Number 3, in terms of how can business digital making process be improved through a depth data analysis. Basically, as I mentioned in my presentation, the data is not come from your organization. It also come from your competitor. It's also come from outside. It will do some analysis based on the current trend or the future trend and so on. There are a few techniques, for example, predictive model. So based on that, based on your product, it will provide some suggestion for you based on this product. So what are the future market? Is there any, is still, the product is still relevant or not? So how going to do some analysis? You cannot base on the hearsay. You cannot base on your perception and so on. It must be fact and figure. Therefore, the role of big data basically will give some idea for you based on information, crawling from the multiple sources. It will provide more comprehensive analysis and give the suggestion according to ranking what is the preferable solution for you. So that is solution question number 3. Okay, the last question, how to use big data to improve marketing strategy with limited budget. In Malaysia, I believe in Indonesia, similar. We have to work with the government agency. As I mentioned, in Malaysia, we have Malaysia Development Corporation. The government put off a lot of allocation to enhance or to upgrade to help the small medium enterprise in terms of their business, in terms of the digitalization. The government, any government, I believe in Malaysia is not much different. We have that budget, but you have to work closely with that agency so that they can give you the right advice, they can go the right budget to assist you to go for the big data or to go for digital economy in the future by 2030 in Malaysia, in 2025 in Indonesia. I think, moderator, I think that I already answered all the questions from the participant. Thanks for your question. Very good question, actually. But we have a very limited time to discuss in detail.
Okay, thanks, Professor Abdullah Zayalani, for your presentation and also for the patience in answering all of the questions. Once again, thanks from all of the committee here.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We move to the next session. The four presentation by our speaker from Istanbul, Turkey. Yeah, the next presentation would be delivered by Prof. Selvin Gulsechen from Istanbul University. In terms of education, Professor Selvin Gulsechen got his undergraduate from the Istanbul University in the year of 1984, and afterward she obtained the postgraduate also in the same university in 1989, and the last one in a doctorate degree in the year of 1993. She is fluent in 3 foreign languages other than Turkish. They are English, Russian, and Bulgarian. A lot of publication produced by Professor Selvin Gulsechen, so she got the H index 6 in Scopus. The number of publication of her is approximately 244 articles. Okay, without wasting time, I invite Professor Selvin Gulsechen to deliver her material speech with the title of Will Artificial Intelligence or AI Enable Integration with Higher Education and Socioeconomic Environment? But unfortunately, we hope for this presentation could be conveyed in briefly, yeah, because the time it's already approached the 12 o'clock. So hopefully this can be delivered in maybe uh, less than the allocated time. Okay, Please, Prof. Servin Kursetjan to join in a Zoom to provide your material.
Hi, Salam Alaikum
Ya,
from
halo.
Turkey.
Ya, Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much, dear moderator. Now I'm trying to share my presentation. So, first, I would like to thank you for this opportunity, and I wish you a very successful conference. Now I'm going to talk about will artificial intelligence enable integration with higher education and socio-economic environment? All of us know that technological innovation happens at a faster pace and reaches users more quickly than ever before. If we pose the question how long it took to reach 100 million users, we can find in literature that for the telephone, it took 75 years. For mobile phones, 16 years. For the World Wide Web, 7 years. For Facebook, 4.5 years. For Pokemon Go game, only a few weeks. And only 5 days for ChatGPT. Here is my agenda. I will concentrate briefly on artificial intelligence, then on AI and society, then on national AI strategies and examples, and then on AI and higher education. After that, I will finish my presentation with discussion and general conclusion. Revolutionary developments and new technologies greatly impact the restructuring of the global power and shape the international relations in general. With this regard, AI, which is also considered the fourth industrial revolution and a game-changer technology, is believed to be a major redistributor of power. More specifically, AI will accord substantial economic and strategic advantage to those state and non-state actors that adopt it first. Without any doubt, these advantages will be translated into global influence. As it was stated in modern dictionary definitions, AI, being a subfield of computer science, is the science and engineering of making intelligent machines, especially intelligent computer programs, that can imitate human intelligence, but being human-like rather than becoming human. Generally, AI may be understood as the study of how to produce machines that have qualities of the human mind, at least some, such as the ability to understand language, like ChatGPT, recognize pictures, for example, image recognition with deep learning, solve problems. Automated diagnosis and treatment planning in healthcare is one example, and take decisions and learn, for example, credit risk assessment. AI has become an area of strategic importance and a key driver of socioeconomic development. The literature acknowledges the importance of AI as an economic growth engine. AI is a technology which destructive potential is virtually unlimited without proper guidance from its creator. But AI can be a great opportunity, on the other hand, to accelerate the achievement of sustainable development goals by considering as it's a great caregiver and support human to handle problems related to sustainability. It is strongly asserted that AI will have a significant economic impact as it will lead to a significant increase in the global GDP by 2030. This will be done in three principal ways. First, strong increase in labor productivity. Second, creation of a new virtual workforce capable of solving problems and self-learning. And third, diffusion of innovation. Countries and societies have to be ready to new imbalances that causes different levels of anxiety for different institutions and states. Starting from 2016, many countries announced their strategies, strategic plans, or strategic events regarding the use of AI. Here we see 69 countries that announced a national AI strategy till this year. So if you look at this table, and especially on the column, the key points related to society and economy, we will see that in the Turkish strategy, national AI strategy, socioeconomic adaptation, labor force transformation are very crucial. Human rights, democracy, governance, inclusivity, and security are stressed more in the strategy of United States. On the other hand, Korean strategy said that labor force transformation, ethics, enhancing social structures are really important for that country. For in Indian national AI strategy, we can see that ethics, sectoral transformation, and coping with discrimination are key points. And lastly, in a German national AI strategy, ethics, coping with unfairness, and social inclusivity are really important keys. In almost all strategies, strategic goals are centered around ethical values, workforce transformation, providing social impact through the digitization of public institutions and organizations, and integrating the society into AI. Now, I'm switching to AI and the role of universities. Universities as sites for interdisciplinary collaboration with a relative freedom from direct political influence have the potential to lead and to contribute to driving AI for the common good. This means bringing together multidisciplinary teams comprising machine learning scientists, social scientists, philosophers, legal scholars. This also means resisting efforts to downgrade research and teaching in the humanities and social sciences, as we cannot undertake this work without these disciplines. An example from my country, from Turkey, President of Higher Education Council of Turkey, Professor Özvar, stated that there is a need to open AI-based programs at the undergraduate associate degree level to train human resources in artificial intelligence solutions, digitization, and big data, stating that a working group on determination of artificial intelligence-based program was established within the Council of Higher Education for this purpose. Professor Özvar said, the working group examined the department program structures of universities, in different countries and presented possible program suggestions to our Council of Higher Education. Professor Özvar announced new programs and departments to be opened at universities in the fields of AI, digitalization, and big data. These programs are data science and analytics and artificial intelligence and machine learning. And they will be open for the first time at the undergraduate level at selected universities in Turkey. I'm really happy that the previous speaker stressed on these topics. The associate degree programs that will be opened for the first time are artificial intelligence operator, big data analyst, autonomous system technician, digital transformation electronics, robotics and artificial intelligence, game development and programming, cloud computing operator, manufacturing execution systems, corporate informatics expertise, unmanned vehicle technician, associate degree programmer. Here is one example from Algeria. Algerian AI strategy aimed to perfect Algerian skills in AI through teaching, training, and research on one hand, and strengthening these capacities as a development tool allowing socioeconomic sectors to overcome the obstacles hindering the ongoing digital transition, on the other hand. There are more four goals, and we can summarize it as achieving these goals depends on the university business link, adding that the university should pay particular attention to business concerns. And when I come to discussion part, I can say that artificial intelligence may lead to new imbalances that we must anticipate, such as opaque decision-making, discriminations, violation in private lives, abusive use for criminal purposes on one hand. By considering new professions, training and certification programs for the existing workforce will be carried out with the collaboration between university and the industry or socioeconomic environment. The adaptation of the workforce will be accelerated. Achieving these goals depends on the university business link, adding that the university should pay particular attention to business concerns. Assessing the AI's responsibility to socioeconomic environment, many concerns can be discussed, such as how much freedom should be given to AI applications in socioeconomic life, moral factors and ethics, data interpretation bias, how much risks can be taken by autonomy of an AI project. And my general conclusion, while only a small proportion of students might wish to become AI developers, universities can support all people in achieving AI and algorithmic literacy to understand both the technological principles upon which AI works and its impact on human beings. Universities need to strengthen research and influence policymakers on the dangers of decisions based on algorithms that reproduce existing discrimination in society, reinforcing the exclusion of people who are already disadvantaged. Thank you for listening, and again, I wish you a very successful conference.
Okay. Thanks, Prof. Selvins. That's very interesting presentation about the national AI strategy and the AI in the education system. There is one question that we can see in a chat of the Zoom objected to Professor Servin related with the AI. The first question is from Lisa Maulidia. Lisa Maulidia. She is asking about what is the role of universities in strengthening research on the impact of algorithm-based decision on society. And second question is from Ika. She asked about how can AI and algorithm literacy help society understand the principles of technology and its impact on human. Hope uh, Professor Servin can answer those two questions.
Thank you for these very important questions. As I try to stress in my presentation, the role of the universities is really very important. And like in my country, in many countries, the programs for undergraduate students, even for high schools, have to be included in curriculum. And especially these programs and these curriculums have to include algorithm-based how to apply algorithm-based decisions on the society. As a previous speaker also stressed, the digitalization and the digital literacy is a base for the artificial intelligence, for the knowing artificial and applying artificial intelligence. Thank you again.
Once again, thanks, Professor Servin, for answering this question and for your participation in this conference. Hope you will have a good day. Yeah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh for Professor Servin. Okay. We move to the next agenda. Last but not least, there will be a presentation from our speaker from a very far city, from the Durban, South Africa. I think it's still morning today, maybe at 7 o'clock. Professor Ravinder Rena, Professor of Economic at the Faculty of Management Sciences, Durban University of Technology, Republic of South Africa. Maybe I will read just a brief about CV of Prof. Rena. Prof. Rena obtained his PhD from the Department of Economic, Osmania University, Hyderabad, India. He has won many awards and prizes. Also active in reviewing of journal, including the Scopus Index Journal, and also has very wide writing, an article in the area of development economic of education, development finance, and inclusive growth, globalization and higher education, SMMEs, microfinance, rural entrepreneurship, etc. Okay, I will invite Prof. Ravinder Rena to join us in this Zoom. Please, Prof. Rena, you can start your speech.
Colleagues, good morning, everybody. Can you able to hear me and see me?
Okay, yes, we can hear you well. Thanks to
Okay.
Prof. Rena.
Thank you very much, the moderator and also the conference organizers that is organizing on economics, business, entrepreneurships, and sustainable development. All of them are very, very important for every one of us living on this planet. So, Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam, rahmatullah, and terima kasih, selamat pagi, sama-sama. So those are the words that I always remember. I was visiting Indonesia 2 weeks ago. I was in Jakarta actually on 11th and 12th at Tirta Yasa University. I was there as a keynote speaker. So with this, I would like to also congratulate the conference organizers for bringing this important issue on this day of 29th of October 2024. And I would also like to thank Dr. Erwin Effendi, who is also in constantly touch with me to update me and about this conference. I know that it's early morning. In fact, it is before 7 o'clock, and I woke up already 5 o'clock to be ready on this platform. So, ladies and gentlemen, the issues, in the interest of time, I know that I got half an hour. In the interest of time, I would like to unpack certain issues here. Point number one, because it covers digital economy one side, entrepreneurship on the other side, EVA stage on the other side, because sustainability is also a core component here. So just I will try to give an overall picture of what is happening. The other speakers were speaking a lot about Internet of Things and big data issues and probably probably digitalization and also data-driven decision making and so on and so forth. So what would be my focus here is that I would like to give you some overall picture. What is this digital economy is all about? And where it is standing in the globe, what exactly it encompasses in this world actually. So ladies and gentlemen, if we look at the global economy that is consisting of more than 200 countries with 8.1 billion people, they can make an income of about $100 trillion, which is not a much income actually. And Indonesia, being one of the leading economies, it also contributes more than $1 trillion to the global economy, whereas India contributes about $4 trillion economy, which is the fifth largest country in the world in terms of economic size. And then the list goes on. America contribute 25 trillions, whereas the China contribute about 19 trillion dollars, and then Japan and Germany, they contribute together probably about less than 10 trillion dollars. So this is the picture, and there are other actors like UK, and we also have Canada and Australia, France, and those are also in the top 10 economies. So this is the general economic situation. Now, when we look at the digital economy here and how much digital economy is contributed actually, the way that we are operating with the computers and the laptops and all the digital devices and so on, what is the component of this digital economy in the global economy today? So we have tangible goods, the physical goods coming from agriculture sector, a lot of manufacturing sectors we have mining, we have so many other things, which I'm not going to go into the details of it. But the digital economy alone contributes about $20 trillion actually. That is the contribution of digital economy to the global economy. So out of that means that about 20% of the economy is coming from the digitalization. It could be robotic technologies, it could be a number of things, that gadgets that we talk about, the smartphones and computers, laptops, and so on and so forth. So this is the size of the digital economy here. Now, when you look at Indonesia, as I mentioned, that is one of the leading economies, and it's also by 2050, it is going to become the fifth largest economy in the world. So Indonesia has got that potential to become one of the largest leading economies on the top 5 economies in the whole world. So Indonesia, ladies and gentlemen, as of now, it is contributing about 65 to 70 billion dollars to the Indonesian economy. Out of $1 trillion, $70 trillion, which is not a bigger amount, but by next year, 2025, we are expected to grow maybe about $120 billion in the digital side. So digital economy is also playing an important role in emerging economies, like which is also part and parcel of G20, along with India and South Africa and many other countries. Indonesia plays a vital role And there, it is also contributing more than $120 billion to the digital economy. So these are the things that I would like to highlight here. Now, the point of the matter, ladies and gentlemen, is that importantly, what is happening with the digitalization? Of course, the previous speaker, Professor Sevin from Turkey, was mentioning that in order to get 100 million numbers in everything that we're talking about. So she was mentioning about telecommunications. In order to get the telephones to 100 million, first 100 million people, it took more than 75 years. Whereas to get the chat GPT, it takes a few days actually, or few hours. So chat GPT, Gilbot, and all these artificial intelligence, robotic technologies, cloud computing, and machine learning, deep learning, and we also have the various other things that are coming up, blockchain technologies, and also robotic technologies. And these are the things that we keep on talking for the past few years. Now, this digitalization taken a major portion of our life. We all think at one stage, ladies and gentlemen, when these gadgets are being introduced, and probably when I got the first telephone, mobile phone, in 2024 September, sorry, 2004 September. So that is about 20 years ago. That's when I got a mobile phone, and the mobile phone was very big, and probably I can only call and receive the SMS and so on. Now the mobile phones changed drastically in the last 20 years, and this phone I can use, has got 1 terabyte capacity. So 1 terabyte capacity, there are so many computers, they do not have 1 terabyte capacity, whereas this phone or many other phones that our colleagues and participants are using here, they may have even more space than this. So the technology in 20 years time, it has changed drastically. When I was probably using, when I was doing my PhD, ladies and gentlemen, I was literally depending upon the floppy disk, 3.5 MB floppy disk. So that was not long time ago, in around 1992, 93, 94. And about 30 years ago, I was able to use 3.5 floppy disk. And that 3.5 MB floppy disk, you cannot store one picture what we are taking. If I take the picture with this phone, it may be more than 10 MB or 15 MB. So which means that I cannot put that into the floppy disk that I was using more than 30 years ago. So ladies and gentlemen, the technology has been changed drastically, transformed immensely, and make our lives change so differently. So this is the growth that has happened within these technological revolutions and digital revolutions. So in the 20 years time, particularly for the past 4 years or 5 years down the line, there are radical changes are occurring. We are talking about artificial intelligence. Without artificial intelligence, the life of ours becoming difficult. So why this artificial intelligence is taking place at a human's place, and trying to erode, trying to steal the jobs of human beings. And when we have these revolutions that are occurring, we had the first industrial revolution that was occurred sometime around 1740 to 1860. And during that time, ladies and gentlemen, about 80 to 100 years time, there are radical changes occurred, particularly invention of the steam engine, and maybe production of different commodities that we are producing. It went up to from small scale to the larger scale, man-made to the machine-made, and so on. So radical changes are occurred, urbanization also occurred, and so on. That is the first revolution occurred, though it cannot be a digital revolution as such, but that laid the foundation for today's digital revolution. Now, the second revolution occurred probably around 1880 to 1920, somewhere in between. And then the electrification, actually, electricity, most of the countries and most of the cities that we see today, they do not have an electricity before more than 100 years ago. So they have the electricity generation either by the coal or by the fuel, and so on and so forth. That also added, augmented the production levels, the technological capacities, and so on. Then the third revolution is occurred probably in the 1950s and 60s, and that is about the ICT revolution, information communication technologies. That also changed a lot. The computers that we are seeing today and the computers that were existing probably about 60, 70 years down the line, they could be bigger than your bedroom, or they could be bigger than your living area actually. So from that level, we have got a palm-sized computers. That's why we say smartphones and probably Pontex and things like that. So ladies and gentlemen, these are the tech revolution that are occurred. Then after the ICT revolution that we are talking about, fourth industrial revolution, that is the digital revolution actually. So the digital revolution, what it did and what kind of impact that is created on the human beings over a period of time. If you look at that, only for the past 3 years, ladies and gentlemen, 89 million jobs are being stolen by the digital revolution. The digital economy that we are talking today, 89 million, that is probably more than the population of Germany and more than the population of France, more than the population of South Africa and many countries in the world. That is the amount of jobs that taken over by the kind of digital revolutions or digital technologies or digital economies. So now what is going to happen actually in the near future? What would the future of these human beings? What is really how the human beings are going to survive without any jobs, without any kind of participation in the national and international economies? That's the fundamental question. But at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, with these kind of changes that are occurring in ChatGPT and digital securities and probably cyber securities and so on, so many other things that are happening, cloud computing. So there are new jobs also been created actually. Now, how many new jobs are created? That's the question. As I mentioned that just in few years' time, we lost about 89 million jobs, whereas we also got 95 million jobs that are being created. But who is going to handle those kind of jobs? That is the fundamental question. When we have the 95 million jobs, probably technologically know-how and those people who are skilled with this modern kind of whatever is happening in this world, that blockchain technologies and the cloud computing, robotic technologies, deep learning, machine learning, AI technology, those are the only people who learned. And with AI and ML technologies, they can only do those jobs. Old people, maybe who are in 50s and 60s and 70s, they cannot able to handle those jobs. So now we are creating a digital divide among ourselves by doing this, because techno-based jobs are only for these generation people who are basically born after 1997 to 2010. So for those 27 years old generation, those are the people could able to do these jobs, but not everybody else. So now we are concentrating, that is the digital divide. It is also economically dividing the people among ourselves. So that is one of the points I would like to highlight here. The second point is that, ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of time, when we look at the wastage that we are creating, for example, if you look at the normal solid waste that we talk about, not the digital waste as such, and the waste itself is trillions, more than about 4 trillion metric tons of wastage that we are creating. And countries like America, China, India, and even Indonesia, they're also among the top 10 countries which produce the solid waste. And that, just to give you one more example, ladies and gentlemen, for every single minute, we throw more than 1 million plastic bottles in the air. What are we going to do with those bottles actually? Though that is not the e-waste, that is not the electronic waste, but the solid waste. To compose or decompose one plastic bottle, it takes more than 120, 150 years down the line. And the jacket like this, or the silk dresses that our Indonesian brothers and sisters, they wear, and that to decompose one silk dress, it takes more than 50 to 60 years actually. So when we throw, where they are going, that's what we need to understand, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the other point of the matter, though, looking into I was drinking when I was there in Tirthayasa University, wherever I go, wherever I visit, I was given, even in the hotel rooms or in the conference rooms, I was given the plastic bottles to drink. So on an average, I was drinking more than 6 or 8 bottles per a day, and eventually I'm throwing those bottles. So like me, there are millions or billions of people also throwing the plastic bottles. So per 1 minute, more than 1 million plastic bottles have been thrown. Now, when it comes to the digital waste list, what are this digital waste and how this digital waste is creating an impact on the sustainable development of this country or this world? So the digital waste, what are those digital waste? We talk about the washing machines, we talk about the refrigerators, we talk about the dishwashers, we talk about micro ovens, and we talk about these are the kind of components and devices that can create a huge amount of wastage. If you had a washing machine 15, 20 years ago, and now that washing machine is outdated and obsolete, it doesn't work anymore. If you have a laptop which is 10 years old or maybe 8 years old, it's also outdated. If you have any other devices, fridge or anything, that is also outdated. So outdated things, instead of using it, we are trying to replace them with the new devices. So we are what is happening with those old ones? They're destroying it. And how much of these e-wastage, whether they are gadgets, even the gadgets also, ladies and gentlemen, we are been producing gadgets millions and billions like there is nobody's business. Now these smartphones and probably laptops and palm tops and maybe other devices, we are producing in a massive quantities. And these massive quantities, technologically, they are outdated on every single day basis. So when even the phones, smartphones, most of us we are using, they can work for 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years maximum. And after that, we need to replace it. So instead of replacing it, we are not thinking the three principle of R cube. What is this R cube about? Recycle. How much we are recycling actually? And how much E or electronic or electrical wastage we are able to recycle? That's the fundamental question. The statistics, according to the statistics available, there was a report that was written by United Nations Conference on Trade and Development in 2024, this year. And it categorically mentions that, ladies and gentlemen, we could only able to process and recycle the e-waste that we are creating, less than 15%. So 85% of this e-waste, whether there could be motherboards, whether they could be old phones, whether they could be all the other devices, the digital devices that I talked about, all those things, 85% of them are going to the landfill sites. What is going to happen to them then? So ladies and gentlemen, they are creating a lot of toxic gases, which are very harmful for the human beings that are living on this planet. Now, these toxic gases, they could be a number of things actually. So when these toxic gases comes out, they can be harmful for our lungs. They can be harmful for our entire health. Pregnant women are also probably going to suffer. Even the people whose fertility has also been taken out, and the level of their fertility is also been diminished drastically. If in Indonesia, for example, a lady can give birth to 4 people because of these toxic products, because of the environment that we are creating, she can only give birth to 1 or 2 people. Even if you go to Europe, the fertility levels are drastically declined. For every 10 people, there are not even probably 2 people or 3 people could able to give birth to the people actually, to the children. So these are the things that happened because of the wastage that we are creating. So this will be detrimental for the human beings. This will be detrimental effect and harmful effect for the human society that is existing in this world. So we have the fertility levels are being diminished, and maybe our health has been also probably get affected very badly. So there are so many harmful things are happening because of the e-wastage. E-wastage is not only the electronics, but also electrical wastage that will also contribute the same. Now, when I was visiting China about 2.5 weeks ago, last month and beginning of October, and there are toilets that we were using in the hotel rooms that are electronic toilets actually. When you go to the toilet, before you go, it gets up and it does flush itself. You don't need to do anything actually. So that is all electronic things. So electronic things are not only applicable for the bathrooms, but everywhere that we live. Even the electronic robots are being used in the shopping malls and airports and everywhere actually. Even some small shops also, electronic robots are being used. While I was staying in Beijing, ladies and gentlemen, I could also notice that for the first time, a robot is delivering the food. If you order a food, a robot is delivering the food, even if you are in 20th floor or 15th floor or 6th floor, robot is coming with the lift to you, to your room, and delivering the food. So these are the things that are happened with the digital revolutions, actually, digital economies as such. So ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of time, I'd like to unpack some of the important points here before I end. I don't know how many minutes do I have, moderator?
I think maybe you still have 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, after that, if there are any questions that I would be able to address. So now with regard to the sustainability, and which is the core point for us actually, what is the sustainability is all about? And there are speakers and all the literature is available that sustainability is not that whatever resources that we have today that are available to us to use without compromising the future generations. We have to use those resources effectively and efficiently so that we don't deplete those resources so that our future generations are going to suffer. Now, this sustainability is becoming a very big issue, particularly for the past few decades. Why it is so? Why it is not to become an issue before? I just wanted to give you some important things here. The world population today is 8.1 billion people, and Indonesia is the probably fourth largest populated country in the world after India, China, and America, and then Indonesia. Maybe about 285 million people living there in Indonesia. So, given this fact, that means the population pressures are increasing. What is the population that we probably the first 1 billion population that we experience on this planet is only 1804. So 1804 is about 220 years ago. That's where we reached the first billion people, 1 billion people. Now, after 1904 and 1929, we become 2 billion people actually. So that means that we have taken more than 125 years time to become 2 billion people. Now, to become 3rd billion people, ladies and gentlemen, in 1960, 1961, we become 3 billion people. So the time is so short. And then thereafter, we become 4 billions in about 74, and 84, 85, we become 5 billion, 6 billion, and now we become 8.1 billion people. So this is how the population grew exponentially. But now, if there's a mother that can carry in Indonesia and in India, South Africa, if a mother can carry 1 child or 2 children or 3 children, how many children? If it is 10 children, mother cannot carry actually. In the same way, ladies and gentlemen, we all have got our own mothers, individual mothers, but we have one common mother. That's what make we are human beings actually. So that common mother is Mother Planet. So Mother Planet cannot hold so many people. The carrying capacity of this Mother Planet is probably less than what the population that we are having today. That is why we are experiencing all these turmoils, all these imbalances, all these kind of cyclones one side, the earthquakes on the other side, and so many things are hurricanes and so on and so forth, volcanic eruptions. All these things are happening because our Mother Planet cannot able to hold us. So in fact, according to environmental estimates, what they say is that 1.25, nearly 1.5 billion people, that is the carrying capacity of this Mother Planet. Now, how many times we are more than that actually? We are about 6 times more than the carrying capacity of our Mother Planet. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, these are the changes that are occurring. When these changes are occurring, ladies and gentlemen, what we are as human beings, what we are doing to our own mother. Most of us, we are not caring about our own mothers, and we don't even bother to care about our Mother Planet. Our Mother Planet is there, whether you are in Indonesia, whether I am in South Africa, whether you are in other countries, everywhere your Mother Planet is there with you all the time, whether you're sleeping, whether you are wake up, whether you are working, whatever you do, Mother Planet is there. Now, what we are doing to our mother, this is what we are doing actually. We are trying to create so much wastage. On an average, in the world, 0.7 kilograms, that means nearly 700 grams of solid waste we are creating every single day by every single day. So how long we continue? And what is going to happen in the future actually? The temperatures are rising, one side, and so many environmental hazards are taking place. We celebrate non-smoking day, and we celebrate that is Environmental Day on 22nd of April every year. That is called possibly it's kind of Earth Day. We also celebrate 7th of April as International Health Day. We celebrate 5th of June as International probably Environmental Day. We celebrate probably International Peace Day on 21st of September every year. So every single day, one way or the other way, we mark as one of the important days just to recognize the human being and their role in protecting this environment and making it more sustainable. So meaning that, ladies and gentlemen, if it is a Earth Day, it is our duty, all the children of this planet, it is our duty to protect this mother planet, this mother Earth. That is why Bhumi Putra, I was there in Malaysia also about 2 weeks ago, they say Bhumi Putra. Bhumi Putra also in an Indonesian language also they may say Bhumi Putra. So Bhumi Putra is a Sanskrit word that means that we are the people of this land. So Bhumi means land and Putra means children. So we are the people of this land. Are we able to plant at least a few trees on the eve of that Earth Day? We need to question ourselves. We also celebrate our own birthdays. In addition to these international days, we also celebrate our own birthdays every year. And all these people who are celebrating their birthday, how long we can able to manage without planting the trees. Now, I would like to give you some important statistics here before I close, ladies and gentlemen, that on an average, according to Yale University, USA, they made an estimate, the number of trees that are available for every human being living on this planet. So as I mentioned to you that we have 8.1 billion people. Every human being living on this planet, on an average, they get about 420 plants that are available for us, the average figure. When it comes to countries like Canada, it has got about 10,000 trees per one person because the population of Canada is only 40 million. When it comes to Russia, it has got more than 5,000 trees because the population of Russia is about 145 million people. When it comes to India, which is the largest populated country in the world, the number of trees only 28 per person living in India. So because Indian population is 1.43 billion people. And ladies and gentlemen, if you look at this scenario, and capital city Delhi, it has got only 2 trees for 3 people living there. So that means not even 1 tree per one person living in Delhi, capital city of India. Now, if we leave, and what is the environmental experts suggest that at least we need to have 10 trees for every human being living on this planet. If we have less than that, we will have a lot of health issues, actually, a lot of sustainable issues. So ladies and gentlemen, it is our duty. In the interest of time, I would like to conclude here stating that it is our duty as children of this planet. Indian philosophy says that Vasudhaika Kutumbakam. That means it's a Sanskrit word. Vasudhaika Kutumbakam means the whole world population is one family. Whether you are Indonesian or South African or Indian or French or American or maybe Somalian or Ethiopian, whichever country you come from, we are all human beings. If you look at the DNA of every human being living on this planet, dates back to maybe a few million years ago, we're all Africans actually, because the human race started from Africa. Now people look pinkish, blackish, and brownish, and whichever color we look like, but we all have the roots for Africa because our mother and our ancestors are coming from African continent. So which means that we are all the family of one human race. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, it is our duty, our fundamental duty to protect our environment, to protect our mother planet, and let us join hands together to plant the trees, as many plants as possible. Indonesia, I was been impressed that Indonesia has got a lot of trees. Malaysia has got a lot of trees. But when we compare the population, maybe after 1,000 years later, the number of trees Indonesia has got may not be sufficient. So therefore, let us try to plant at least few trees, maybe 2 or 3 trees in a year, every human being on different occasions, whether it is your birthday, whether it is your maybe environmental day or earth day, whichever day it is, let us try to plant few trees. If you are living in a city like Jakarta or maybe in major cities, if you don't have a place to plant, but let us try to create an environment where you can plant. There are so many agencies that are coming up. You pay some money, they will plant on your behalf. So let us try to join our hands to plant more trees and make more sustainable environment to live on this beautiful planet. So with these few words, I'd like to thank the organizers, conference organizers, for providing me this opportunity, and thank you, Ananda. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih also, Prof. Reina. Thanks for your delivery. There are some issues that you convey. First of all, related with the contribution of digital economy, and then the development of digitalization, and the last one is about the sustainability. We are still waiting for the question that submitted by the audience, but before that, maybe I have one question for you. As you mentioned in your presentation, with respect to the job created by the digitalization and also job lost by digitalization, I would like to ask, what is your solution when the job loss is greater? Probably it would be greater than the created job. What should we do for that to keep people in prosperous while the digitalization reduce the job in the market? Yes.
Well, that is a very good question. Indeed, thank you for asking that question. Well, we all come from the agro-based families. At one stage, we are in the hunting stage, and then slowly we become farming stage, we become mining stage, and thereafter we moved into service sector and so on and so forth. So now the fundamental issue is that if we do not have jobs in a country like South Africa, for example, officially about 37% of the people living in this country, they are unemployed, officially, according to official statistics South Africa, which is probably number one in the whole world in terms of unemployment. Now, India, China, Indonesia, America, everywhere the unemployment problem is there. Not because of the digitalization, but in normal scenarios, because there is a frictional unemployment, there's a seasonal unemployment, there's a structural unemployment, there are so many types of unemployment. Now, with regard to your question, gentlemen, the moderator, is that we all need some kind of livelihood for everybody. We need to have something that for us to keep going. So what we can do is that agriculture is still the mainstay in major economies in the world. Although the contribution of agriculture, for example, if you take Indian economy in 1950s, and agriculture was contributing about 60%. And if you look at now, it's contributing 18 to 19% only. If you take South Africa, maybe 30, 40 years ago, it was contributing 30, 40%. Now it is contributing less than 5%. So agriculture is the key. Let us focus on agricultural commodities, where they have the organic products, for example, which are healthy, which are more sustainable for human beings. Let us take part, let us try to grow those organic products. Let us try to have so many original farm products than creating duplicate farm products, which are harmful and detrimental for the human welfare and human well-being. So that is one of the key things, that we need to make a paradigm shift from the service sector dominance that we are talking about to the agriculture, which is the primary sector. Although now the challenge is that the agriculture sector, you produce, you spend a lot of time, a lot of resources, but at the end of the day, the value of the commodity that you produce is having very little value. If you wanted to buy maybe a laptop, I don't know, you may spend 100 million or maybe 50 million or more than 50 million Indonesian rupiah. But when you produce 1 kilo of mangoes or 1 kilo of bananas, you may not get that much actually, though you spend significant amount of time to produce those commodities. So let us try to have a strategic and policy where, a public policy where there are certain segment of people, they can be who are interested, who are expertised, they must move to the particular sector where agriculture. And agriculture products should be original and should be organic and should be helpful for the human development. And let us try to, I'm not saying that manufacturing is not good, but manufacturing, it's playing its own role. So let us shift these unemployed people that we think that they will be unemployed because of the digital technologies. Let us shift them to this primary sector where we could, and even to clean, for example, e-wastage or the wastage generally, waste management, even to clean this world, whether it is Indonesia or India, we need millions of people actually, but nobody is willing to work. And everybody can have a job if you are honestly thinking that, okay, even if I get a little money, maybe 100, 200, $500 a month, I have a job just to clean the environment. So cleaning is the fundamental thing that let us try to create some kind of opportunities within this waste management area so that we can achieve a lot, recycle, reuse, and also probably maybe probably we can able to um, use these existing resources, and then we could able to maybe regenerate those commodities. So that is why we need to have the wastage, reducing the wastage one side, and also protecting the environment on the other side. We can create a number of jobs for most of the people living on this planet. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for your answer, Professor Rena. So, still many opportunity to create jobs, like you said, in agriculture, in cleaning, and other sector. Uh, we are still waiting for the participant, but unfortunately, we just have limited time, so we can add more time for the incoming question. So at this moment, we would like to end this seminar because maybe less than 1 hour again, we still have a breakthrough session. So once again, thanks for all of the speakers, Dr. Aida Nahar, Professor Wisnu Nur Cahyo, Associate Professor Zailani bin Abdullah, Professor Serving Gulsechan, and Professor Ravinder Rena. Thanks for your enlightenment and participation in this seminar. Uh, before before we close this seminar, the committee would like all of you, the participant of this seminar, to turn on your uh, camera in your laptop or maybe in your uh, smartphone, so we can take the picture together before we close this session. So please switch on or turn on your camera. Okay. Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the end of this seminar. So on behalf of the committee, I apologize for all of the inconvenience during the deployment of this conference. Once again, thanks, and hope to see you again in the next agenda. Thanks. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thanks to Mr. Muharsito for guiding the conference and all speakers. There are so many presentation are amazing. And now it's time for lunch break. Guests are expected to return at 1:15 p.m. for breakout room meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. All the best. Bye for now from South Africa.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Professor.
Thank you. Very nice conference.
Yes. Thanks, Professor Ting.
2, 1, go!